All right. All this week, there have been break-ins inside of my garage. My dad is a cop, but he doesn't work all the time. There are cops all around us that are our neighbors. People have been breaking into my garage doing God knows what, and they're completely freaky. One guy had long fingernails and attacked me. The cop showed up and laughed as this guy began to maul me. I screamed, "Shoot him! Do something!" And they just stood there, laughing at me. Similar situations have happened every day this week. Each time I was attacked and the cops did nothing. I got beat up every single day this week. I think they're all in a gang because once I was walking in the woods and I saw all of them together. Every single one of them who broke into my garage. They were talking about something. I couldn't understand what it was, but they said that they were waking up at 4 a.m. the next morning. Who does things like that? They're all in the exact same place. They're all sleeping in the same area. Come on, there's something weird going on. So at the end of the week, my dad was throwing a party at our house. I knew this was going to be dangerous. I wasn't letting anyone go near my garage. I tried to lock it up as best I could. I stood outside on my porch as everyone walked in for the party. I looked at each person in the eye as they entered the house. I was extremely paranoid and ready for an attack. Then, out of some spirit of confidence, he shows up. In the huge flow of people, he tries to sneak in. I won't stand for it. I point him out and scream, "That's the guy who broke into my garage! Get him out of here! The cops didn't arrest him! He deserves to be locked up!" Someone tried to escort him out, seeing as he was really upsetting me. Then he walked towards my car, and I flipped again. "Stay away from my car! That's my car! It belongs to me! What are you doing? Go away! Don't even think about coming back!" Now, my friend Keith, who is standing next to me on this now heated porch, decided to look upon me, having the audacity to protest me. He looked at me and strongly stated, "Hey man, take it easy. He doesn't deserve that kind of harassment or abuse." I looked at him, and in a fit of rage, I pushed him hard against the fence surrounding the perimeter of my porch. It was black, metal, and so cold, just like their hearts. I looked him in the eyes, shook with rage, and shouted, "Abuse! Abuse! I was beat up every single day this week. Every last day. Someone beat me up, gave me black eyes, broke my nose, messed up my entire face, bruises everywhere. All because they wanted to get in my garage. And the cops stood there and they laughed. What do you know of abuse? How can you say what abuse is? What's wrong with you? He beat me up. He assaulted me. That's against the law. You expect me to be okay with that? Really? He deserves to suffer all alone in his self-pity. I'm done. I could see the fear in his eyes. So I let up. I sat down, shaking and hyperventilating. He stormed off into the house. I pulled out my guitar and started strumming some chords to entertain the guests who were arriving late. Eventually, when I figured the late crowd had finally passed, I snuck away to check on the garage. And when I went over, I saw that one of the entrances had been opened. I built a lot of secret entrances that I could peer into, hoping no one else would be able to find them. I guess I was wrong. I went up to the lock to try to reinforce it when all of a sudden I heard noises. It sounded like someone was about to enter. I barely opened my secret entrance, and I looked upon the horror I was about to endure. I never expected this. Big Dan and his dopey little friend just waltzed right in, as if it was their right to enter my garage. I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to do, but they were in my garage, so that's all that mattered. I crawled through the secret entrance, swallowed with rage. I snuck in and grabbed my bat. I walked up behind Big Dan, ready to swing, when his girlfriend let out an alarm, and all at once everyone looked at me. Ugh! She blew my cover! Why would she scream like that? Why in the world would she be in my garage? They all deserve to have the fullest extent of my rage. Big, awful, hated, terrible Dan looked around and then saw me. And he looked right into my eyes. He kind of snickered as he looked down at me. I'm sure since he thought he was twice my size, he figured I couldn't do anything. If I had it my way, I would have chased them out and made sure I'd never seen them again. Dan's friend looked over Dan's shoulder and actually laughed and said, "What are you doing, Squirt? Do you really think you would have had the drop on us? We'd kill you." I was too enraged to respond. I couldn't respond if I wanted to. Dan could tell I was blinded by fury. He calmly said, "Listen, dude, we just came in here to get some balloons for the party. We'll be out of your way." And that was it. He exited with the balloons and walked into my house. I was ready to explode on them, and they just walked away. They got off the hook just like that. I dropped the bat in awe of the horror. Is that fair? Would others find that to be fair? They broke into my garage and made fun of me. The three of them belittled me. They pushed me down with their words of hate. I didn't know what to do to keep back my anger. I quickly ran into the house and saw the three of them with the balloons. There were so many people, it was hard to see them, but I knew they were there. They laughed their stupid little laughs. They smiled their stupid little smiles. And that was it. They were free. I could do absolutely nothing about it. It was done. It was over with. That was it. It's over. That's it. It's the end.